that goes right directly under the first metatarsal, like the padding of the foot again. And then you're gonna have a stirrup or a base strip that goes around the foot. So this one, you guys, it's all your preference. You can use a half strip if you want, or you can keep it whole. When you lie these two base strips, it doesn't matter, no pull. So don't put a line of pull anywhere. Just lightly lay it down. So don't pull immediately. You can start out here and go around, or you can start out here and go around. No type of pull though, it's just lying it down, okay? So then after you got those two strips laid down, you're gonna start on the actual teardrop. So it's what you prefer. Last year, if you have a really big foot, which your foot's not really big, you can keep the whole strip. So if you're taping someone with a huge foot, so like a massive football player. But technically with females and people with smaller feet, you're gonna need to half your strip, okay? So you're gonna half strip it, and you're gonna start by going around the calcaneus. And when you go around the calcaneus, again, no line of pull, so don't pull really hard down there. So you can go ahead and rip off the tape right after you go around. And what you're gonna do is, again, I'm gonna rip again, is I'm gonna pull up through the foot. So I started laterally. You can start medially. You don't have to, it doesn't matter what way you start. So I started with my base strip here, went around the foot and pulled up, but now I'll start on the other side. So again, lightly around, because that will sometimes compress that area and cause some pain. So lightly around and pull up through the foot.
So you only pull at the end then?
Yeah, so, well, you're pulling, as soon as you get around the calcaneus and you're right about here, you're gonna pull up, because you're pulling up through this foot, okay? So when you're laying these down, the biggest thing of note is make sure that you're covering all this area. What happens if the skin is out and you're not covering all the windows? What could happen?
Blister?
Good. Blisters, friction, make the tape painful. They'll tell you they want it done again because they don't like the way it feels, So if you're lying by half on these sides, you're gonna be able to cover that span of the foot. So again, as you see, I'm not lying one after the other in the same place. I'm kind of starting to half it, or, so this one's hard, you guys. It's gonna crumple on you. You're gonna have some cracks and folds, because this one is actually a pretty hard tape job, which is why I wanna show you early so that you can practice it. Okay, so usually when I get 3 on each side, I will just try to close off the window. So you can do this in an X pattern. So watch, I'm just finding where I have my windows and I'm going in an X pattern to close it off. So again, it's not really about, you're still giving that added pull at the end, but you're trying to just get everything closed off by this time. So the difference between these two is the X pattern is you're going here and starting over here. The other ones you're starting and ending in the same spot. So make sure you have those two variations of the tape. So, and then finally, if you see, I have one more little window that I'm going to close off because I don't want to make it uncomfortable. Okay, so when I get that closed off, the next thing I'm going to do is just like the other tape job. You're going to add some support to the medial side. So you're going to start lateral, and you're going to it's probably going to be 3 or 4 strips. So you're going to pull medially, so up into that arch, just spanning the bottom of that tape job that you just did. So obviously you're leaving this open right here, okay? Okay, so what do you think I need to do now? Do you think I can just send them out like that? So everything you do, you need to close it off, okay? So if I send them out like this, it's just gonna kind of, these will fall off or not be supportive. So you're gonna wanna, again, end it off. So this time I'll show you. I'll go medial to lateral because I'm not putting any pull on the tape at this point. I'm not pushing or pulling or anything like that. This is just to close off the area, okay? So know the difference between the two. So closing off, sometimes it doesn't matter where you start, just because of the fact that and then you're gonna close off at the top. So just where you started. So just when you began, think you end how you started. So it is required that when you guys do this tape job for this class that you do close